And now for today's musical act, we have
Cat Walsh.
and
Mildred Walker.
and what is the name of your band?
The Cat Walsh Quartet featuring Mildred Walker.
So, how long have you been together as a band?
We went to undergrad together.
At UMass Dartmouth.
So we got to start there together, and then we've just been, since I graduated this past fall, so we just basically have been playing since then. So about a year, I'd say now. Yeah.
Now the viewers got to hear a little bit of your set earlier, but would you mind talking more about the kind of music that you make?
Absolutely. So a lot of the backgrounds with the group, the main instrumental band started out heavily in jazz. So we did a lot of instrumental jazz stuff, more of that kind of thing. And then just recently we decided, let's switch this up. Let's get a vocalist involved. Let's make it something that people can come out and dance to and enjoy. So that's kind of the transition process. We went from just the Cat Walsh Quartet, which was just jazz, to now we're doing R&B and smooth jazz and some old, oldies but goodies that everyone kind of knows. So that's kind of where our direction went. And it was easy with Mildred because this is like her wheelhouse. I mean, this is where she does her best work. So
Yeah, pretty much.
So how long have you been a singer?
I started singing in church at 6 years old, and I've been singing all my life, just since I was 6. Like I said, I started out in church, and I've sung with some really major groups. I've sung with the Harlem Gospel Choir. I do gospel night at the Pops every year with the Boston Pops at Symphony Hall, and I'm currently in a production of Ragtime with the Company Theater in Norwell, which is opening the 27th of July.
So, who are the other members of your band? Because I feel like I don't want them to go unsung at this.
absolutely. So we have Hannah Pariseau on bass. She actually went to Longy in the past fall for a bit, and she actually studies classical upright traditionally. So she's kind of doing us a favor. We usually have a bass player, Antonio Irons, with us, but he couldn't make it this week. So she's subbing in. She's like reading on the fly, so she's doing amazing. And technically she usually does like charts and classical orchestration, so this is a little different for her. Then we have Toby on drum set. He's pretty much can do any style you've ever asked always. He's in a band Terra Light from Matter. They're a local band and probably more Dartmouth based, but they play around, so they're great. They had a couple gigs in Boston recently. Then we have Tony Menotti on guitar. He's kind of our in-house guitar player, so he's always with us. And he came from a jazz background as well, so he's applying a lot of what he got, but he started as a rock guitarist, went to jazz, so he's pretty diverse. So everyone has like a very, lively spectrum of like what they've played in the past. So it's really exciting to get them together for this kind of gig and to do this kind of music. And before that was Bill Walsh, which I can't not credit. He's my dad. He's who I started playing with when I first started. And he did us a favor because, as you guys know, living in Randolph, the traffic coming there, they live in Andover. That's not a great equation.
Not good.
No.
Not good.
So we were in a huge pinch. My dad drove up from Rosendale and did us a solid and played a set with us to help us out. And now we're just going to get going on our second set. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, and thank you for coming out here today. You guys are doing a great job.